G'day, guys, and welcome back to the JFBS SuperCoach channel. And today, what we're going to go through is a quick Sydney versus Carlton preview for tonight's game. I was kind of sitting at home, not really knowing what to do, so I was like, "Oh, let me just do a preview. Let's just get another video out." So basically, what we're going to do is going to be talking about who are some guys that we're going to be watching and looking out for, who are the ins and outs for Carlton and Sydney, who are the big names that we kind of like I said, who are we going for? Who are these guys that we want to, see potential on our team? So, as you can see, the teams came out. You've got Jai Sarong, Colonel, and Roses, all coming from different clubs over the off-season. And Carlton have got 3, 6, 7 new players in their side. Some very exciting players. You got, Jai Sarong, who's owned by 50% or more coaches in SuperCoach. Charlie Curnow is going to be exciting, new club. Roses, there's been a couple conversations about him, but I just haven't seen enough for me to go for him. I think there's some better options in my opinion. And then we go over to Carlton. You've got Florent and Hayward with the Curnow trade, which will be very interesting to see. How they will go. I'm more looking at Oliver Florence. He's actually at an okay price where I wouldn't mind paying for him. But what is he going to average? Where's he going to play? We don't know. Jagger Smith, the easiest rookie pick since probably Nick Dacos, to be honest. So he's going to be one to get excited about. He's going to go up the ground. He's going to get a lot of disposals in, I think. I think he might get around a 90 at least tonight. That's my prediction. Chesser coming from West Coast. You got Harry Dean, their draftee over the off season. Got Ben Ainsworth from Gold Coast, so another nice forward addition there. And we got Liam Reedy as well coming over from Fremantle, who was in quite a few sides, including myself. Ever since I heard the news, I did bring him in. I won't lie, because it seems like they might be running the 2 ruck lineup. So as we can see here. In the middle, we got Grundy and Pitnet. Goulden is in the middle, which is I find interesting with Warner and Heaney. Those are your 3 in the middle there. Then you've got Jordan and Roberts there also in the middle, Hewitt, Walsh, and Cripps. A pretty strong 3 there with Hollins and Will Hayward on the wing. Very interesting. Who are we going to be watching tonight? Now, I've got work tonight, which is really annoying, so I'm going to have to watch it when I get home. So it's going to be a late night for myself, but that does not matter. Sad as a Richmond fan that Jacob Wiedering is playing this round, which means he won't be missing round 1 against Richmond. But, I'm glad that he's back from injury, but also wanted to stay injured for, Richmond reasons. But yeah. Elijah Hollins is playing. Interesting. So he's kind of redeemed himself, which is really nice. But yeah, we can see Jagger Smith is there. Who are some other guys? Nick Blakey. A few people have got him. I feel like Callum Mills is also a guy to watch. But with Nick Blakey, I was listening to who was I listening to? I think it was Shorty Supercoach. I was watching his team reveal and his view on Nick Blakey. I didn't mind hearing from Sydney fans saying that with Callum Mills going down back, it could allow Blakey to be more free-flowing, running, and he doesn't have to pick up a taller defender, whereas Mills can take that as well. Not many guys. I mean, Jagger Smith, that's really it in that forward line for Carlton. That's that's kind of guaranteed. In the middle, there's a couple people going Heaney. You got Cripps as well. I don't think people are going with Cripps, but Walsh, I've got Walsh. I know it's already changed my team. I don't have Goulden anymore, but things can change. I am liking my midfield at the moment now with all my changes. Grundy, he's a guy that I've brought in my side, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll see how he goes against Pitnet. I reckon he'll beat him. Going into the half forward and half back for both teams, Harry Dean, a few people are going for him. We can have a look, I guess. What's the coach's choice here? 11.5%, so not as many as I thought. but still a decent option. He's going to be another guy that's might rack up some SuperCoach points. They obviously went with Lewis Young over Will Dirksen, which is interesting. A lot of a few Carlton fans saying that they want Dirksen over Lewis Young, which is fair enough. But with Lewis Young down back, you've probably got Harry Dean being that intercepting mark guy, which is really, really nice for Carlton because or for the SuperCoach as well, he'll be another tall forward. Or is it Logan McDonald? It might be Wiedering on Curnow, Lewis Young and Mitch McGovern on maybe Mitch McGovern on Marty and Young on McDonald. That's probably what it is. And then Harry Dean might just fly around being that fourth tall and, just grabbing the easy marks while, an Adam Sard or if there's another guy like an Oliver Hollins can stay down onto the ground for Papley and Rosas. But yeah, those are the lineups there. Even Dirksen was in an emergency, which is really interesting. So the interchanges as well. We've got Zach Williams. He's expected to play half back, it seems, which is interesting. Looking here, it's really just Adam Sard at the moment, and he's okay. But Zach Williams, where he was supposed to be signed for, will probably play down back. Riley Bice being that seventh man there, as well as Jai Sarong as well. He'll be down back. So a lot of different players. Sam Wicks probably might go up the ground. So anyone, maybe Blakey or Mills might go on a wing. I'm not too sure. Justin McInerney as well. He's been also told that he's been in the middle, going into the middle, which is interesting. And you'd think Rowbottom as well. Maybe a little bit of a rotation with Matt Roberts, James Jordan going into that middle as well and half forward. James Rowbottom as well. You'd be surprised if he wasn't in any congestion if the ball's getting out loose. We've got Jake Lloyd and Campbell Chesser. Chesser's a bit cheaper. I've seen a few people go with Cooper Lord. Angus Sheldrick played a good Amy Community game. Cooper Lord, I'll go back to. What's his thing? Because a few people are going with him. 0.8. I saw it on, was it Twitter or TikTok, one of the two. So very interesting there. So those are the lineups. Who are we looking for? Who are we going to be paying attention? Now, I'll have it on the most percentage, but obviously a lot of coaches are looking for Jagger, Sarong, and Reedy. I think Reedy's going to be a big watch. How is he going to integrate into that forward line when he's not playing ruck? How's he going to go up against Grundy as an A-list ruck? That's going to be interesting to see. One of my biggest watches will be Errol Goulden and Sam Walsh. These two are interchangeable for me. They are, 22, 23K difference. So, yeah, look, it was a pretty, it was a toss-up who I keep, but I went with Walsh because, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. Why do I go with Walsh? What was the reason? Well, I went with Walsh because I think he'll be a top 8 midfielder, in my opinion. My current midfield at the moment, I've got 5 keepers, which allows me to have 3 guys I can choose from. That's not including Hayden Young, who can definitely, if he does average well, he can definitely be there or be the flex. But even so, with that flex position, that gives me 3 midfielders to go for. And I feel like I've just got to choose one of Walsh and Goulden. And I've got to decide after tonight, I think. But mind you, Walsh will probably get tagged by James Jordan. So just be aware of that when you're making that decision. Wade Dirksen, his percentage of ownership has gone down quite a bit. 31,000 coaches I've got at the moment probably want to get rid of him, I'll be honest. 12% and 11% have gone with Curnow and Dean. It'll be interesting to watch for Dean because you've probably got when I say safer options, probably a highest floor compared to Dean is a guy like Grill or Farrow. You've obviously got Sarong. I think he's got a higher floor than Dean and a couple other guys around that basement price. And then you've got Isaac Heaney. He's another guy that will be interesting to watch. Will he get back to what he was a year ago? Not that he doesn't average a lot. It's still like a 107 or 108 average. 109 average, actually. So, yeah, be on the lookout for how he performs. Maybe he might perform better. He's got someone to kick to in Kerno, so keep an eye out on that. Nick Blakey, 2.3% pod down back will be interesting to watch. I'm very excited for what he can do. Maybe shout out to Shorty Supercoach. I reckon I'm hoping he does well for him and for the other 2.3% of people that have got him. People have dropped off on Nick Newman. He's expected for round 3 because of his suspension. 1.6 are gone with Cripps, probably not going to go. And Warner, those guys they'll probably go to around 450k, I reckon. Cripps did look good at State of Origin though, but is he going to do that for a whole season? I'm not too sure. You think Chad Warner gets a forward DPP, just like the past 2 years. And I don't think there is anyone else that I should be talking about. I really want to see Florent. Now, the whole idea of him coming off halfback to me was a good idea. I don't know where they play him. I'll go back to the lineups because he must be on the bench. No, he's not. Where's Florent? Am I blind? Oh, he's okay, so he's a back. He's a halfback. Okay. He will be playing halfback. He's a guy that I want to watch because at his price at 327k, only 1% have gone with him. I want to go for him because I reckon he might make at least 100, 150k, potentially. Where's he priced at with his averages last year? Because that'll be an interesting watch in my opinion. Because 327k, it's not awkward, but it's you're either trading him down to a rookie or a different mid price who's doing okay, like a Parish is only 7k more. Raheem Young is about 60k more. This isn't loading, which is great. So we won't bother looking at his average. And I don't think there's anyone else that we need to look at. But yeah, those teams have been announced as of yesterday. Hopefully we get a good game tonight. I'm super excited that the AFL season's coming back. I really am excited for SuperCoach to come back. This is a really good preview of which players to choose for our team. So let's wish for the best for all these players and your teams as well. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Enjoy the game tonight, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.